Okay, friends, here we are back with, I think this is video number 4, and I'm explaining the steps to actually move your kid from the high school to the community college. So I made this checklist, and this is the checklist we're going to go by. I'm going to go and explain all these steps, and these steps need to be probably done in order. This is the caveat I'm going to say to these steps. If you are for sure that you're going to do this, right? And you know, like the planning aspect of it, like I'm going to figure out what classes. I just know that I'm leaving the high school and we're going to go do classes at the community college and we're just going to see what's available and take what's available. Then instead of doing all these planning steps at first, you're going to go and do the first 2 steps here at the same time as you're going to, and then you're going to go do start the enrollment steps. And as soon as you finished the application and then you can kind of figure out the rest of this. So I would, for me, I'm a planner. I like to plan things. I don't like to do things haphazardly, and I like for the things that I'm doing to meet a certain standard. And if it doesn't meet that standard, then I'm going to find something else to do. So, but if you are saying, you know what, this is what I'm do, I'm sure about it, just go do your application, because it takes a couple of days for the application to reach the college for you to get some communication back from them. What happens when you enroll, you go to applytexas.org, you fill out all the application stuff, you'll get back an email that says what you need to do going forward. In that application, you're going to explain that you're a dual credit student, that you're homeschooled. You will not put in the high school that they currently go to unless you're expecting for them to stay at that high school. But if they're going to be homeschooled, you're going to go in, apply, and then while you're waiting on the directions and the communication back from them, then you can do this planning. Okay. So I'm going to explain things in the order that I've written it because, like I said, I'm a planner and that's just how I like to do things. All right. So what is our planning step? Okay, we need to know what college we're going to. Okay. So depending on where you live, there is a community college that you is in that is your area community college. Where in Texas you are. If you're in Austin area, it's Austin Community College. If you're in the Houston area, it could be one of 5 different colleges. If you're in Dallas, it could be one of several different colleges. So you just have to know. um, so if you don't know, right, this is kind of general knowledge stuff, but if you don't know, it's okay. You're going to go to this website, tacc.org. This is the Texas Association of Community Colleges. And you are going to go and look at their map. This is the page. You get here, you'll see this page, you'll scroll down. They have this cool video about explaining college districts. I would watch that. It's a couple minutes, but it's just, some good general knowledge to have. But you can go here and you can just go look at this colleges, click on it. It's going to give you a map, okay? You're going to select the area of Texas that you live in, okay? Now, if you don't, when you click on this and you don't really know where in that map section you live, you need to just Google the a Texas county map, and then it'll show you this. It'll tell you your counties. You put your address in, it'll show you where your what county you live in and what it looks like, and then you can figure out exactly which one of these. Okay, I'm over here in the southeast area. I'm coastal. I'm in Houston area, so I'm gonna click here, and it tells me based on which of these counties I live in what community college I'm going to. So if I'm over here in the Galveston area, I'm like right on the coast, I'm going number 4, Galveston College. This is the website for that college. This is the address. I know where it's at. Now I can go to this college website and I can start getting my information that I need to complete my steps. So there are some people whose community college boundaries overlap. Um, My mom lives in a place where she can go both to Lone Star College or to San Jacinto College. I don't know what the rules are, but our next step is going to cover that. What you're going to do is once you find out what college you're going to go to, you're going to go and understand the enrollment rules, and the regulations regarding dual credit. Okay, so I'm purposely typing in different colleges because you guys, I want you to recognize that this isn't specific to where I live. This is this whole state of Texas. Okay, so we're just going to look up Austin Community College. If whatever community college you find out is your zone two, you're just going to type in that college name and then you're going to type in dual credit. Okay, you'll get a dual credit program or dual credit admissions, whatever you want to, some information about dual credit, right? And you're going to read these pages, you're going to understand what the rules are surrounding dual credit, so you don't jump in thinking, okay, well, my kid's going to go and they're going to do this nursing plan only to find out that that's not covered underneath here. Okay, so it's really important that you go through, you read all that you can and understand what the rules are about the transfer credits, the cost, and everything. Okay. So at Austin Community College, this is amazing. They don't have any fees if you're in the service area. I know they recently expanded their service area, so just go through and click on, everything and find out. One thing I was telling you guys earlier is that this program isn't free. I mean, it's free, but it's not free. So the tuition and fees might be free for you, right? I know Houston Community College, there's no fees for high school students, but the fees don't cover the books and materials. There will be some classes that you sign up for, and it's requiring an online book, and that book is like $150, $140, and there's not another source for you to get that money or that those fees waived. You just have to pay it. So really consider those costs. Um, for certain community colleges, it'll tell you, what the book is beforehand. So you can kind of research whether or not you can afford these classes, but don't sign up for classes and then, say, okay, everything's signed up for, and then you realize you need $400 worth of books and you can't afford it. That would not be good. So let's just make sure we do our due diligence there. Okay. So we've got all of our information. What are some of the other things that we need to know? Um, there's going to be some either a guidebook or a handbook for parents. It's telling you what the expectations are of the college, what the expectations are of the students. Remember that your student is going to be expected to function like an adult on these campuses. Not every 14-year-old can do that, y'all. So it's really important that your expectations in terms of what you're going to get are aligned with what your the capabilities are of your child. Don't send them to take online, to in-person classes when they can't sit still or they're asking questions or laughing or making jokes. Like it's just, that's not cool. So go back to our list here. We now we kind of understand the rules. One rule that we really need to know, and we're going to have to kind of look for this information, is what classes can my child take. Not every community colleges allows you to take every class that is offered. They have um they have rules about what classes high school students can take. Okay. So, reading on this Austin Community College, it says they could earn both college and high school credit the same. Eligible students can take general education, which is core curriculum classes, or they can take workforce courses. Okay. So, most classes that you're going to want to take, that your kids will take, will be core curriculum classes, right? If you're trying to take these to meet basic standards and your child will go on to the university. If that's your goal, then you're going to go through this core curriculum list. You see almost every science class that they offer is here, the language classes. There are so many classes they can take, art classes, architecture, history. I mean, the list is here. So this is a pretty expansive list of courses. So if you are trying to sign your kid up to Austin Community College, you're probably in a good situation. The second thing that they're saying is for workforce courses and pathways. And y'all, I'm just as a side note, this is just my personal opinion. the the high schools and the colleges are always, selling these dual credit classes like you're going to get ahead on university, you're going to head on university. But these career programs are the programs that people are sleeping on. Because if your child is not going to go to university and they can complete a career program in 11th and 12th grade, and at 18 years old, they're ready to go into a professional job as a welder or a process technology technician and make real money besides having a BS job at the grocery store or a fast food place, like this is where you're going to really get the bang for your buck. So I just feel like, you know, college, university isn't the only university bound students aren't the only people who want to take advantage of this. We really want to look at this. Even if your kids are not going to the university, you probably are going to get more out of this program than the university bound students, right? Everybody can get something out of this. So basically it's just telling you, okay, which classes they can take, let's see here. You want to enter the workforce, they're going to get workforce skills. Um, they've got some career academies. You've got to kind of click through this to understand and learn about that. This is outside the scope of what I'm trying to explain in these videos. But basically, ACC is saying these are some of the career pathways that they can go. So these courses are available to you and to your child as a high school student. Okay, so we know what classes we can take. We kind of understand. The next thing we want to do is we want to get a transcript from our child's high school. Okay, so you don't have to get a transcript. If you have all of their records, their report cards and whatnot, you know what list of classes that they've taken, and you know what classes they have credit for, you know how many credits they're worth. The thing about it is that some students will have gotten credit in 8th grade and 7th grade, and you don't want to forget about those credits. So if you just ask them, send an email to your child's guidance counselor. Can you please send me little Johnny's unofficial transcript? They should be able to export that from as a PDF document and email it to you. There are some schools that you don't even have to do that, right? The students have access to a portal where they can see all that information in there, all the lists of classes that they've taken, what credits they have. You just need to know all of the completed classes and what the grades were. You need that to create your own transcript. Okay, we're gonna do that in a second. Um, and so now you've got a list of the classes that your kid has taken, all the credits that they have. Um, and then we want to go back and look at the graduation plan. Okay. So I just am going to go and look at Pearland ISD. Okay. Pearland graduation requirements. I just typed in whatever the ISD name is and graduation requirements. This comes up. So no, we didn't go to Pearland ISD, but I just want you guys to see that this can work no matter where you are. Okay. It says the foundation plan requires 22 credits. I went over this in another video. There's some endorsements that you can get which require more classes in a particular area. So if it's multidisciplinary, it's kind of like people who want to go into teaching. If it's STEM, science, there's these endorsements that really are driving up the credit count. And so you can do the 26 credit plan, you can do the 22 credit plan. I'm going to just go with this so for the ease of this video, but every even here at Pearland, they offer this book, right? You click on this, it's probably like a 100-page document that explains all the classes that they have available and all the different degree plans. You could use the degree plan that is just the state one, right? But for ease of this video, I'm going to say, okay, this is the list of classes that they need. What am I going to do? Okay. I am evaluating the current graduation plan against the classes that we have. This is the step that I'm on. we can't skip this step because if you are going to create a transcript and a graduation plan for your homeschool, you need to have a base list of classes. So I just went into my Google Sheets and I'm going to just paste this list of classes that they have. Okay. I need to modify this um, document so that I can make it easier for me to use. So I'm going to leave those here. I'm going to delete them. But it basically says I need 4 English language arts. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to type English 1, English 2, English 3, English 4, right? I need 3 math. I'm going to type Algebra 1, Geometry, and Advanced Math. I'm going to make a list of every single credit class that my child needs. I like lists. This is you have a, after you see what I'm doing, you can kind of see if there's an easier way for you to do it. But for me, this is going to be the best way for you to go about evaluating where your child is based on the degree plan. Again, some high schools have this information already in a portal that your child has access to anytime. If they do, it's great. You can copy paste from there. But if you don't have that access, don't worry. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm not going to waste your time looking at this. I'll start the video back after I finish typing this list. Okay, I'm back here. I finished typing in. Basically, I typed each one of these classes in list format for 1 credits that it listed here, right? It said 5 electives, so I typed elective 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Biology and 2 sciences, biology, science 2, and science 3, foreign language, so forth. Okay, so I've got a full list. I want to make a note that I put government and economics together because government is a half credit course and economics is a half credit course. So together they make 1 credit. So each one of these is a list of the 1 credit class that you need. Okay, so I'm going to now get rid of the rest of this stuff because I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to put a title on here. I'm going to put, this is my courses. Okay. These are all the 1 credit courses. So each of these is going to be based on a semester. Okay. I'm making this video. It's this Christmas break. And so if my child is in 9th grade, he would have a grade for English 1A. Okay. So there is an A and a B component to each of these classes. Okay. Each one of those is a half a credit. Okay. So you're looking at your transcript and it has a list of classes. Okay. So let's say your child did Spanish 1. Okay. In um in middle school, I'm gonna put Spanish 1A. They've got credit for both of them. They got Spanish 1A in 7th grade and 1B in 8th grade. I'm going to put Spanish 1B here. I'm just putting a note that that was for middle school. And they also had a career and technical course, engineering or wood shop or whatever, cooking. They got a credit for that. So I'm going to put cooking 1A. I'm sorry, I put this in the wrong place. This one goes here. Okay, they got half a credit for that one. They got half a credit for that one. That's the 1 credit. Okay, we need to keep track of this in semesters because we have to keep track of the classes that they're going to take in college at the community college by semesters. Okay, so just bear with me. This is all going to work out, I promise. So they did Spanish 1A, they got half a credit. They did Spanish 1B, they got half a credit. That's the whole credit. Okay, I'm going to put a sum here. It's going to give me all the credits for that list. This is going to be my total. I'm going to put that in bold. Y'all, I'm telling on myself that I I'm a software engineer because I am deep into this Excel. Okay, so then it's going to add up all my credits here. Okay, then I'm going to give myself a total. I'm going to put the sum of these two. All right, so now I've got 1 credit. As I type cooking 1A, I'm going to put 0.5, and then they got cooking 1B. That was from middle school. Also, they got 0.5 credits for that. Okay, so with this, what I'm doing is I'm trying to add up what are my needed credits. Okay, so I'm going to put another column here to the left. You don't have to do all of this. I mean, I'm just kind of a stickler. Each one of these is worth 1 credit. Why we want to do this? Because this is what's going to help us determine how many credits they have versus how many they need to finish. Okay, so this is the 22 credits that Pearland ISD told me that they needed. I have 2. I can say needed, right? I'm going to say this is going to be equal to the 22 minus the 2 that we have, and so forth. Okay, so I'm going to type this in. Okay, so this is what they did in middle school. 10th grade, they would have finished this one. That was 0.5 credit. They finished English 1B. At the high school, that was 0.5 credits. Okay, so they're in 10th grade right now, and they just finished the first semester. So all they have so far is English 2A. That's 0.5 credits. This class is one that is still needed. Okay, I'm going to highlight this yellow because that's the one that they still need. Okay, so when I know for a fact something is not completed, this is what I'm highlighting. So this is where I can see what is needed. Okay, so obviously then English 3 and 4 is going to be needed. I'm just going to highlight those. I always have trouble keeping the same color. Okay, so they took Algebra 1 in middle school. They finished that one. Okay, so we're good, right? In 9th grade, they took geometry, got 0.5 credits, right? All of this is on that high school transcript. This is how I'm filling this out. It's based off of what the high school transcript is. Okay, so they did this in 9th grade. They did Algebra 1. In 10th grade, I'm sorry, 8th grade, they did Algebra 1 maybe. Or say we're in 10th grade. Okay, they didn't do any math. Okay, they wouldn't have this credit if we're at the winter break of 10th grade. So they finished algebra in 9th grade. They just finished the first semester of geometry. We're going to hold that here. Okay, and I know they haven't done any advanced math because we're not there yet. Okay, so I'm building my list to show me what they have and what is needed. I need to build this whole thing out with every credit that they have. If you're in 11th grade, this will take you a little bit of time, but again, as soon as you're finished, you're going to have the highlights on here. Okay, so what are these highlights showing you? Your highlights are showing you these are the classes that I get to take. I'm going to unhighlight these. If I'm going to keep this degree plan, right? I want it to stay the same as what it was at the high school. Like everywhere where there's a yellow, these are my opportunities for classes that we're going to take. Okay? So already I know, okay, we get to take some more English classes, right? We get to take some more math, and however I fill this out. And this is basically, these yellow bars are telling me the number. If I was to move this semester, if this is my last semester in high school, and I'm not going to go back to finish out next semester, every one of these yellows are going to basically tell me that's the number of courses that I'm going to take at the community college, and these are what these courses should count for. Okay. But since this is homeschool, we get to tweak this list, right? Um, I'm not going to go back through what these requirements should be. I already talked about this in another video. But if I only care about meeting this minimum standard, then I'm going to leave this list alone. If I care about being on the 26 credit plan because my child is university bound, I'm going to go in and add those other classes. I'm going to add the second advanced math. I'm going to add the fourth science. I'm going to add the other foreign language, and then whatever other class was for their endorsement. And that's what we're adding. Okay. And so, but if I'm working with this 22 credit plan, so this is where we're going to go with. At the college, every class is a semester class, right? History 1301 is a class that is for a semester. So I might need to take History 1302, plan to take History 1301 in one class in one semester and 1302 in another. Okay. Um, Let me finish building this out, and then that way I can give you a better idea of how we're going to do this full evaluation. Okay, so here we are. I finished filling in all of the credits that I have against the existing plan. And so that we're all on the same page, I basically wrote over here what was on the transcript. I don't have uh, the transcript that I had from my son in play anymore, but I just wrote what is here. So you see the two classes that I said he had from middle school, the classes he took in ninth grade. Everyone's taking 7 classes. Each of those are 1 credit. And then the classes that he's taken up until the winter of of um of 10th grade. Okay. So half a credit for each of those classes. That ends up to be 12.5 credits. So what do I have left? If I'm keeping this degree plan, every single one of these yellows is a 1 semester course that I have the opportunity to do at the community college. Okay. So now in my steps, I've completed determining the community college I need to enroll in. I understand the rules and the regulations. I've got my transcript, and now I've done an evaluation against the current degree plan. I have all the information I need to then go to and pick a program from the community college website, and then fill those classes in against this so that I have a plan. So we're almost at half an hour, so I'll make the next video and show you the second half of that checklist, and then we'll be for the most part done with all of the planning that needs to occur. We'll know what classes need to be taken. The next step is just going to be to register and enroll and get cracking on those classes.